The Tournament of Power has finished. Universe 7 has taken victory. Android 17 looks to Super Shenron and makes his wish. Restore all of the erased universes. It seems like it's the right thing to do, and Zeno is happy. But 17 didn't consider the scope of his wish. It's not just the recently erased universes that were brought back. Something else has been brought back as well. The other 6 that were previously erased. Our story begins at the end of Dragon Ball Super. For the sake of this video, the Moro arc and Granola arc are going to be ignored. It is an alternate timeline and scenario after all. Today, we'll be looking at a unique story. Now, I could just do the original movie, using that same plot and everything, but that would be too easy. Let's modernize it, create an original story out of this. And most importantly, let's make Tapion and Wrath of the Dragon canon, making it its own Dragon Ball Super arc. Just like what Broly did, let's keep this simple. The title will just be Dragon Ball Super, Wrath of the Dragon. In a void of nothingness, light emerges. What was once deleted has now been restored. The factories of Universe 3, the Saiyan cities on planet Sadala and Universe 6, the towering cities on planets in Universe 11. The Zenos watch on in delight as the universes return, but just as they expected, 17 got more than what he wished for. They don't see 12 universes now. Instead, they see 18. The 6 previously erased universes were restored. The Zenos aren't too concerned though. They erased these universes on a whim, out of anger, and anger directed towards one problem universe in particular, Universe 18. In this universe lives a sorcerer of sorts. He was set out on unleashing his ultimate weapon, one of astronomical, no, universal proportions. But things didn't go as planned. Hence, Zeno erased his universe, alongside the others out of pure frustration. But now, this universe is restored. This sorcerer, he's alive, but something isn't right. His weapon, the one that had been freed before, it's now sealed. He's still set on proving his superiority in power, with the goal of destroying every other species in the universe, and not just that, maybe even the multiverse as well. But it appears now that his universe is under watch by the 2 Zenos. 2 Zenos, not just one. If there's any sign of commotion, they will know. And this time they'll erase Hoi for good, maybe with his universe as well. He's inadvertently been given a second chance, but he can't mess up this time. His path to universal domination is opened once more, but this path cannot begin in Universe 18. No, that's too close under watch. Hoi starts by biding his time, looking for a way to unleash his weapon. Unbeknownst to the mortals of other universes, the universes are loosely linked with other ones too. Not just twin universes, but there's triplets. These extra 6 are linked with 2 others each. Universe 18 just so happens to be linked with the connecting universes 6 and 7. Back over in Universe 7, an incredible battle is happening. 3 powerful warriors bound by fate are engaged in a decisive battle, one that even shakes reality itself. Hoi's keen to pick up on this, given the proportions of the fight. These fools might be able to break the seal on this box. We move on over to Universe 7. On a planet sprawling with a yellow wasteland, Goku says farewell to a new friend of his, a Saiyan by the name of Broly. He hopes to see Broly again someday. Their fight was quite fun. Placing his fingers on his forehead, Goku teleports back to Earth. Sensing the battle, Goku once again is greeted by friends and family. Goten and Trunks think it was awesome, and they wish they could have joined. The two have been feeling a little left out lately. With school and our other heroes so far ahead of them in terms of power, they've been left in an odd spot, particularly Trunks. Seeing his future self not long ago had him thinking, will he ever be the hero one day like him? His future self is so strong and such a smart warrior, a product of a tarnished timeline. Trunks is thankful to not live in those same conditions, but he can't help but feel a desire to be involved somehow. This is it. He's gonna make a change. He tells Goten that they're gonna train. They're gonna go above Super Saiyan. Not just that, above Super Saiyan 2 and 3 even. They'll show their fathers what they're capable of. Goten asks, are they gonna make Gotenks stronger somehow? No. Trunks says they need to rely on their own strength. He tells Goten they won't need Gotenks anymore. Sure, they'll have him just in case, but they'll get so strong that he won't be needed. Super Saiyan 2 and 3 are within their grasp. No need for those multicolored forms that their dads have. If only Trunks had a sword that he could use. They begin in the gravity room, trying to push their limits. It's better to stick close to home anyways. Vegeta occasionally enters, watching them train, as well as training himself. He's happy to see that the two are taking their training much more seriously. Hopefully Trunks remains ahead of Kakarot's son though. He doesn't want Goten getting ahead. Trunks will prove that he's superior. But for the most part, he doesn't get involved. He goes back to Beerus' planet from time to time. But he wonders, how strong can those two get? They are hybrids after all. I mean, they've seen what happened with Gohan. Could those two do the same thing? A few weeks pass. They head out for the day, planning to go into the wilderness and train. Yeah, the gravity room was nice and all, and they got some good growth, but they might need a more low-key training day for once. It's gonna be awesome. Trunks is pumped up, and Goten is starting to get excited as well. They fly through a less populated part of their city, which eventually then turns into a forest. The two battle across here, clashing midair, and then landing back on the ground. As Goten lands, he trips over something. Trunks laughs at him, but Goten's confused. He doesn't know what he tripped on, but then he sees. It's some sort of weird music box. Hoi is watching on nearby. Naturally, these two kids are curious, so they try and open the box, and that doesn't work. That's strange. They even try going Super Saiyan. Nothing works. Super Saiyan 2? Nope, not gonna work. They're able to blow up planets, solar systems, and maybe even galaxies, but they can't open this small box. It frustrates them. They need to know what's inside. But Goten looks at Trunks. He has one idea. Maybe they could use the Dragon Balls. I mean, if this box is so strong that they can't break it open, maybe there's something valuable inside. But Trunks is worried. Maybe there's something sealed in there for a purpose. And Goten does consider the possibility. But these two are also kids. Curiosity is going to get the best of them eventually, and they decide to go seek out the Dragon Balls. Summoning Shenron, he's able to open the box, and a strange warrior emerges from it. Goten and Trunks look on amazed. Who is this guy, and why was he in the box? The man looks around, confused, and then angry. He runs off. Goten and Trunks try and chase him, but they can't follow him. He's too quick. What was that all about? Piccolo then flies over, seeing the Dragon Balls have been used. He looks nearby, and there's an open box. They have no other wishes for Shenron, so he disappears. Why did the two of them just use the Dragon Ball? He hopes to hear that it was for something important, and the two of them explain. Really? They used the Dragon Balls for that? Well, yeah, but they tell Piccolo too. Some guy was inside that box, and he seemed pretty powerful. What? Well, maybe he was sealed for a reason. For all he knows, those two might have made a grave mistake. Maybe they done something good. He didn't seem bad. It's not like he tried to attack them. And his ki, it didn't feel malicious at all. Gohan ends up flying over too. He's filled in on what happened. Well, he's glad the two of them are okay, but why use the wish for that? And this all seems really strange. They just randomly stumbled upon this box. Out of all the places they could have gone to, somehow that box showed up right next to them. Two people that had the ability to open it. I mean, as far as Gohan knows, that seems intentional. Granted, it could just be a massive coincidence, but still. Yeah, Piccolo never even considered that possibility. A few hours pass. It's nighttime. In the middle of the city during a quiet night, a monster attacks. But he's not at his full power. Two heroes fly onto the city. It's the Great Saiyan 1 and 2. It's been a while since Vidal's put her costume on. As for Gohan, it hasn't been too long, but he's gotten so much stronger since then. Whatever this monster is, he doesn't care. The Great Saiyan will stop him. Gohan powers up into Ultimate, fighting this monster and easily dismantling it. But the monster seemingly takes no damage. It keeps getting back up and tries attacking, until something strange happens. They hear music, and before Gohan can even attack the monster more, it dissipates. He looks around, trying to see where the music came from, and he sees a shadow nearby. Someone runs away quick. Nearby watching the Saiyan fight are Goten and Trunks, and they see that man running away. That's the same man that came out of the box. They recognize his silhouette, that hairstyle, those clothes. They go and pursue him. Gohan didn't even know those two were nearby, so they remain under his radar for now. They follow the man, going to an abandoned warehouse where they see him. As soon as they try entering, the man jumps out, with a sword drawn. He's ready to fight whoever it is, but he sees it's those two kids that opened the box. He tells them they shouldn't have come here, and they shouldn't have freed him. That was foolish. They have no idea of what they've done. Trunks asks, give them an idea of what they've done. What was so wrong about what they did? The man says even if he explains, they wouldn't get it. He should just kill them right on the spot. For all he knows, they're just going to cause even more damage. They're so irresponsible. This saddens Goten and Trunks to hear. These words are harsh, but they're not necessarily wrong. What they've done was pretty irresponsible. It was pretty rash. They were so caught up with their training that they didn't even realize what they were doing in the moment. They stumbled upon this box, tried to open it on a whim, not even knowing what was inside or what would happen if they opened it. But maybe this is the challenge they needed. This is what will let them grow stronger. They can help stop this monster. And they tell the man, if he needs help, they'll help. They're stronger now. They want to help. They want to be the hero. But the man says it's impossible. They won't be able to do anything. He apologizes for getting mad at them before. They're just kids. They couldn't have known. But he begins explaining. He introduces himself formally. His name is Tapion. He's from Universe 18, as is this monster that's been unleashed. Long ago, Hoi unleashed him, a powerful creation named Hirudegarn. It destroyed planets, destroyed galaxies, growing stronger and stronger, planning to spread to other universes and destroy Universe 18 as a whole. It was Hoi's masterpiece. It showed his strength, the strength of his species, the strength of his magical abilities. Sadly enough, he was successful to an extent. Tapion watched on as his entire universe was eaten, destroyed and devoured by Hirudegarn. First it was whole planets, then solar systems, then galaxies. He was barely able to survive. But of course, there was someone else watching, someone who didn't like this one a bit. It was Zeno. As Universe 18 laid in ruin, Zeno traveled to the universe to try and solve this. But it was already far too late. The monster had already begun spreading across other universes. 17, 16, 15. They were already beginning corrupted, with trace amounts breaking into universes 14 and 13. Zeno had to stop this at once, but rather than try and fix the damage, he felt an immeasurable anger. What are these mortals doing? Trying to destroy themselves, trying to destroy the universes, this gift that the gods gave to them. They're trying to destroy it. And even though Zeno might seem childlike on the surface, he's much more than just that. Hence, his anger at the mortals. This anger was so powerful. These universes, they don't deserve to be saved. They must be erased. He lifted his hands up and squeezed them. In an instant, 6 universes were erased. His anger was so strong that he almost got the other universes as well. But he was able to calm himself down and stop it. The gods of the other universes are fearful. They notice this, particularly Beerus and Champa. Their triplet universes have been the cause of this issue. Universe 18. They weren't too close with the universe anyways, not only in proximity but in terms of relation. And the twins look on in complete fear. What the hell was that? For something to get Zeno that angry, how is that even possible? Tapion continues the tale. Not too long ago, his universe was brought back. This came out of nowhere. He remembers being erased. He has no clue of what happened, but somehow his universe was back. And not just that, the other ones too. Was it because of Zeno he decided to restore the universes maybe? He's not too sure, and he's not going to question it because that's not the main point here. There's a bigger issue at hand. Once the universes were brought back, Zeno made it a priority to go to Universe 18. Alongside the other Zeno, there's 2 of them now. They went to seek the source of this beast. However, it seemed impossible to find who created it, almost as if they knew Zeno was watching. Zeno searched far and wide. In reality, the beast still existed, although it was hidden far away. Hoi had found 2 warriors, 2 people that would be the perfect seal for this. As living, powerful fighters, these 2 were the strongest seals that they could find. In order to keep his creation safe, he sealed 2 halves of Hirudegarn within them, then sealing each of them within separate boxes. Although, the power of the seal had to be strong enough so Zeno wouldn't be able to find this box, not sensing it at all. The spell that he used, the magic for it was so powerful that Hoi himself couldn't even open it. He made it so these boxes were unbreakable, at least to some extent. These 2 warriors that they were sealed within are Tapion and Minosha, 2 brothers with great power whom originally tried to defeat the beast long ago. Alas, they weren't successful. When the time is right, Hoi can release the beast once again, but in a different universe. One half of Hirudegarn ended up here. They don't know where the other half is, and Tapion has considered going to Zeno, willing to be erased himself, but there's no way of doing that. He would like to. Zeno could solve this. If Zeno could just kill Tapion on the spot, or maybe even a god of destruction erasing him, this will solve it. But he doesn't know of what to do, and even if he could do that, it brings the risk of Zeno erasing everything once again, getting even angrier than last time. He remembers Zeno's temper, and with the gods of destruction being so fearful after what they saw, they could be just as angry. Goten and Trunks tell Tapion that they know Beerus, but he's still concerned. If Beerus finds out about this, for all Tapion knows, he might erase everyone else here too, just for meddling with that. And besides, Goten and Trunks don't want that anyways. They want to play the hero. They want to save people. This was their mistake. They could rectify it. They could prove their strength and drive and resilience. Tapion doesn't need to be killed. This monster, it can be defeated another way, but it's already too late. Once again, Hirudegarn emerges, stronger than before and more fearsome. They watch as Tapion is stressed. He grabs his head. He tells them to go, leave now, and immense power explodes out of him. Smoke fills the air. The entire building explodes. Goten and Trunks barely make it out of there alive. It's a pitch black night. They can barely make out the monster as is. The 2 of them go Super Saiyan, being the only lights in the darkness right now. They get a closer look at Hirudegarn. What is this thing? The 2 are terrified. It's almost as if they're frozen in fear. They're completely paralyzed. In the nearby city, Gohan and Videl look on. That monster's back. But something's wrong. It's different this time. Hirudegarn, he's growing stronger, and Tapion isn't able to handle it. Goten and Trunks look on and they see Tapion at the center of it all. He's collapsed, and more power keeps coming out of him. Other warriors begin showing up. They see Goten and Trunks there. Piccolo realizes what's going on. This is what they freed. And Goten and Trunks realize now. They were manipulated. That box, it was placed there by Hoi. He knew they would find that. He purposefully gave it to them. This was all part of his plan. Hirudegarn begins his rampage, and Goten and Trunks power up into Super Saiyan 2, joining the other fighters and trying their best to stop him. Gohan's the most powerful warrior with them right now. He looks down at the 2 of them, concerned about how they'll fare in this fight. He would rather them be safe, but they say they don't want that. They want to battle. And even though he's concerned, he won't stop them. He'll let the 2 battle, but be careful. They have no idea of what this monster is capable of. Not too far away on the rooftop nearby, Hoi is watching on. This is brilliant. Hirudegarn is slowly getting stronger and stronger. At some point, he'll be so strong that he can exponentially grow within seconds. Going back to his full strength, devouring all the universes before even Zeno could do anything about it. He's growing exponentially fast, and it's all because of those 2 boys. But his smugness disappears. He looks on in complete disbelief. 3 people then appear out of nowhere. Although they were on Beerus' planet training, they sense all of this going on, and Goku decided it was best to teleport here right away. But wait, 3 of them? Who's the other guy with them? Besides Goku, Vegeta's there too, as well as a new friend of theirs, Broly. He's been training a bit on Beerus' planet with them, and this might be a good experience for him. Goten and Trunks look on in disbelief. This is bad. If Goku and Vegeta need to come here, what are they supposed to do? They're so disappointed, annoyed, angered at themselves. They're so weak and helpless, and they're not going to be able to reverse this mistake, if it even is reversible at all. But little do they know, things are a lot worse than they appear. Sure, they look bad now, but then they remember. Tapion said there was another box, with his brother in there. Where's the box with Minosha in it, the other half of Hirudegarn? If this is only half of him, where did Hoi place the other box? As this monster rampages on Earth in Universe 7, a similar threat rages on elsewhere. Planet Sadala in Universe 6. Cabba stands at the forefront of his army. He and the other Saiyans are staring down a giant monster. They're doomed. The other half of Hirudegarn begins his attack in Universe 6. It's tough. Right now he's on planet Sadala, and the only opposition he has is the Saiyans there. And really, there's only 3 strong Saiyans that can stand up against him: Cabba, Caulifla, and Kale. Not to say that they're weak either. No, they're definitely pretty strong. But in terms of Hirudegarn, they're nothing. They're trying their best. Caulifla even has her gang fighting with her, while Cabba has the Sadala defense force. But it's not like those are adding much to this fight. It's really only the 3 of them. And Hirudegarn is simply too much. They desperately need help. But thankfully, that help actually does arrive. A familiar face shows up. Now, normally he wouldn't do this, getting involved in a fight that doesn't involve him or benefit him in any way. But this fight actually does benefit him. It's Hit. And if he doesn't get involved, he can tell that this issue will grow more and more, to the point where it eventually will actually affect him. The other half of Hirudegarn is surprised, and Hit tries to make this as quick as possible. He freezes Hirudegarn, but it's weird. He's able to freeze him in time, but it's kinda odd. Unlike freezing a normal person, it's almost like he's freezing 2 different things at once, and he can't tell what's going on. Everyone in Universe 6 attacks at once while Hirudegarn is frozen. Of course, it doesn't do too much, but they actually do make some progress, and figure out that once he's frozen, this might actually be a good weakness for him. Although little do they know, Hit's involvement actually had a ripple effect. Back in Universe 7, Goku, Vegeta, and Broly begin fighting Hirudegarn. They're able to hold him off, but he's still growing stronger, and at an incredible rate. Although during the fight, something really strange happens. He's surrounded by an odd aura, one that Goku recognizes all too well. They're bluish shards that look like glass. It almost looks like an illusion of sorts, and he seems to be completely frozen, not moving at all, or at least moving in very slow motion. Goku sees what's happening. This must be Hit's doing. How is Hit involved with this? Why is he freezing Hirudegarn, and how did he even get here? Who is this Hit guy that they're talking about? Is he from another planet or something? No, he's from another universe. Tapion sees what's happening. Hirudegarn is currently in another universe, at least the other half of it, meaning his brother is there as well. The inhabitants of Universe 6 must be fighting him right now. Whenever that person in Universe 6 uses their time technique, it affects the half of Hirudegarn over there. But Goku, Vegeta, and Broly waste no time. With Hirudegarn being frozen and now seeing what's going on, they decide to use this as an opportunity for their attacks. This might be good if Hit keeps getting involved, although it's going to be tough. They can't directly contact Hit. They can't coordinate with him and tell him when to use his time abilities. And in the worst case scenario, if something actually does happen to Hit and he gets defeated, they're not going to be able to utilize his powers. It's now or never. They begin preparing a coordinated attack, attacking Hirudegarn all at once. Goten and Trunks look over at Tapion, asking what he's going to do. He's going to get involved, but in a different way. And if those two want to help, he has an idea. He's going to play as Ocarina. He doesn't think it'll be enough to contain Hirudegarn right now, but it might be enough to at least immobilize him for the time being, and help Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. Gohan's alongside them right now. He says he'll relay the plan to the others, flying up and joining those 3 in battle. Goten and Trunks see what Tapion means. They're going to help guard him right now. In the event that he gets attacked, they can at least help him defend against it, maybe even move him out of the way. He begins playing as Ocarina. They're actually making progress. It seems if they keep doing this, they could defeat Hirudegarn. He's moving so slow right now thanks to Hit, but then it's completely immobilized thanks to Tapion. In Universe 6, everyone's fighting at once, trying their best to destroy the Phantom Majin. While in Universe 7, the same exact thing is going on. They're about to do it. They're about to defeat him. Hoi is watching on from a nearby rooftop. This is an issue. He needs to stop this as soon as he can. But how? How is he supposed to defeat any of them? But he gets an idea, a brilliant plan. Although he has to be smart, he only has one attempt at this. He's able to seal strong powers, as he did with Hirudegarn. And now with Hirudegarn not being sealed away, he could seal someone else there. And he sets his eyes on one of the strong warriors. The one with blue hair and the orange gi. That will be his target. He seems to be one of the strongest in the group. Getting rid of him will make sure that Hirudegarn can be successful. As Goku continues trying to attack Hirudegarn, suddenly, he's immobilized by some other force. He's caught completely off guard by Hoi's magic. He tries to break free, powering up, but nothing works. It's already too late by the time he notices. Hoi's right behind them and seals Goku away. Vegeta and Broly try to attack, but Hoi teleports immediately out of the area. What the hell just happened? Vegeta's completely confused. Tapion watches on nearby. No, they were so close too. This not only served as a distraction, but it means they sealed up one of the strongest warriors that they had. The fact that it distracted Vegeta, Broly, Gohan, and even Tapion means that Hirudegarn is now freed. He's not affected by the immobilization anymore, and he's not being attacked concurrently by the others. Hirudegarn breaks free, going back to his strength from before. They were so close too, but now they have a bigger issue. They need to free Goku, and it seems Hirudegarn's getting stronger as well. What the hell are they supposed to do? They were so close that first time, and now Hirudegarn's getting even stronger and stronger. This seems like it might be a lost cause. Gohan, Vegeta, and Broly are the ones that lead the charge, with Piccolo and some others lending support. Surprisingly, Vegeta suggests fusion, looking over to Gohan. But there's no way of them to do it. Gohan doesn't know the fusion dance, and no one has Potara earrings at the moment. Damn it, Kakarot usually uses this as a last resort, so Vegeta saw that as an option too, but it's not gonna work. They're just gonna have to rely on their current individual strength, at least working together. On the ground, Goten and Trunks try to figure out what to do. If they can get Hit's help again, that might work, but how are they supposed to contact someone in another universe? They remember him from the Universe X tournament. They know exactly who Goku was talking about. If they're able to coordinate with him, they'd be able to easily defeat Hirudegarn, coordinating with him and using Universe 6's help as well. As Hirudegarn continues to fight Vegeta, Broly, and Gohan, his focus then shifts to Tapion. He still will be an issue. Tapion tries playing his Ocarina again, and it does temporarily immobilize Hirudegarn, but only for a bit. As he gets stronger and stronger, he gets more and more resistant to Tapion's techniques. He tries to attack Tapion. Goten and Trunks defend with a combined blast, and they're only barely able to hold him off, but that's also thanks to the help from Vegeta and Gohan and Broly. Their attacks are doing nothing. They're feeling a bit discouraged, but they're not going to give up. The two of them remember, they're the ones that caused this. They also want to be the ones to fix it. They'll do anything that they can to stop Hirudegarn and help Tapion. What about they try and break Goku free? That's going to be a bit tough. They don't know where Hoi went off to. He has Goku sealed away somewhere. And even if they do find Hoi, it might not be tough to defeat him. But the issue is breaking the seal. How will they even do that? Last time they needed the Dragon Balls. They tell Tapion they're going to try this. He has no better ideas, and he tells them they might as well try. That might be the key to victory. If they could defeat Hoi and free Goku, it might open them up to victory. Thankfully, Hirudegarn isn't the only one getting stronger at the moment. Broly and Gohan are both present in the battle, quickly adapting as they fight. It's weird for Broly. This is his first true battle alongside the good guys. So trying to coordinate with others is a bit tough. At least he can kind of fight alongside Vegeta. But for Gohan, it's a bit more odd, although the two are adapting, growing stronger and stronger, with Vegeta at the forefront helping to lead them. They just need to hold off Hirudegarn for a bit longer. Maybe Goten and Trunks can actually do this. They could save the day. It's a long shot, but it's at least worth a try. Tapion ends up joining them, fighting Hirudegarn directly instead of on the sidelines. Goten and Trunks fly off, trying their best to locate Hoi. They did pick up on his energy before once he actually teleported in, so they just need to seek it down. He can't be too far away. I mean, he's gonna want to watch everything that's going on. He was watching nearby before, so he must be around here in the city. Their eyes dart around, and then they see on a rooftop nearby. There he is. Trunks launches a blast. Hoi teleports away. Goten then relocates him, launching another blast. He's teleporting around the rooftops, toying with them. Goten and Trunks each have a hand out, trying to see if they can hit him wherever he teleports. But they also have a plan, and they feel like this might actually work. They keep firing blasts, trying their best to hit Hoi, and suddenly, he teleports right behind him, just as they expected. In their other hands, they each launch a blast right behind them, hitting Hoi directly. He's only barely able to defend against it, but it catches him off guard long enough to where he drops the box, and it allows time for Trunks to help restrain him. Goten picks up the box with Goku inside of it, while Trunks holds Hoi captive. Hoi tells them they have no idea what they're doing. If they defeat him, it'll break the seal and release Goku. But on the flip side, if they do kill him, Hirudegarn will be completely out of control. There will be no way to contain him. At least with Hoi alive, there might be some sort of chance. Not that he's going to do it anyways, but he's not going to tell them. He tells them it would be quite unwise to kill him, trying to trick the two. But they've already been tricked once by him. That's a fair trade-off. It seems like Hirudegarn's already out of control. They don't really need Hoi there, especially since he's not on their side, and it's better to free Goku anyways. Trunks kicks Hoi up into the air, and together, the two launch blast upwards, going into Super Saiyan 2 and killing him pretty easily. Just as they do this, power explodes out of the box in front of them. A familiar brilliant blue aura bursts through. It's Goku, powered up and angry. He looks over at the two of them, kind of confused but then realizes what happened. They saved him. He chuckles, thanking the two of them. He doesn't know exactly what they did, but they were smart and made the right choice. They say they want to help him defeat Hirudegarn, but he tells them no, it's too dangerous for them to join. But they say they've gotten stronger. I mean, look at what they just did too. Goku even said himself, they made a really smart choice right now. They might still be young, but they're developing. They're getting stronger, they're getting smarter. And they can't be cowardly. This was their fault after all, and they want to help correct it. Goku's a bit conflicted. He wants them to be safe, but he sees what they're trying to say. Maybe they're right. Maybe the two of them have grown up. Reluctantly, he tells them to follow him. They can join, but they need to be as careful as possible. Goku rockets off as Trunks and Goten follow. Goku joins back in the fight, and now with everyone working together, they're faring better against Hirudegarn. Although it seems like it's going to be impossible to defeat him, everyone's injured and losing stamina. Goten and Trunks are probably in the best shape of anyone, but even they're a little bit tired out. Even though they freed Goku, no one knows if they have a chance, but they're not going down without a fight. They realize that this might be their death, but if that's the case, they don't want to die without fighting back. Everyone looks at each other, acknowledging this, and Tapion looks at the two boys. He thanks them for their effort. It was worth a try at least, but he tells everyone it might be too late. Over in Universe 6, a similar scenario is happening. Saiyans are dying by the dozens. Hirudegarn's growing stronger and stronger. Only the strongest are surviving right now against him. With Hit there, thankfully it's helping their odds a bit, but not by too much. He needs an opening again, an opening to actually give that attack. A way to either freeze Hirudegarn or make him go into time lag. But then, someone random shows up. Hit suddenly feels full of energy again, and he looks around. It felt like someone teleported in and then completely vanished right after. He's not too sure what happened, but he doesn't question it. Champa's waiting on his planet, and Vados returns. He's currently communicating with Beerus. Alright, they helped out. But the two of them agreed they're letting the mortals do this. If they get involved and things go bad, Zeno might get mad at them. But if they're not directly involved, well, maybe things might work in their favor. He sent Vados in to heal Hit very quickly and then come right back. And Beerus watches his fighters at the same time. Now with Hit healed, it might give them the opening that they need. He could use his power to the fullest, freezing Hirudegarn. They would get directly involved if they could, but they don't want Zeno to erase them too. At least this gives them a chance at survival, and it lets the mortals test their abilities. But the two gods of destruction watch on intrigued. Will the mortals actually pass this test though? In Universe 6, Kale and Caulifla fuse into Kefla, powering up fully alongside Kappa. They don't know why Hit's healed, but they tell him don't question it. Now's the time to strike. This is what they needed. Kefla then launches in and tries to fight Hirudegarn herself, with Kappa telling her to calm down, saying it's too dangerous. And Hit sees now. The timing of that, and the way that all happened, he knows exactly where the help came from. And it's not just supposed to heal him. No, it's a signal of sorts. Now is the time to use his full power. In Universe 7, they watch on. Hirudegarn is taking more and more damage, not just from them, but from Universe 6 as well. And to their amazement, that same aura that they saw from before comes back. Hit has completely frozen Hirudegarn in time. Tapion also starts playing his ocarina, trying his best to help mobilize him further and assist Hit. Thanks to him being frozen, Hirudegarn is no longer regenerating or dodging any attacks. Everyone powers up to their max, launching a massive continuous and combined attack. Tapion then looks over to the two half-Saiyans. He holds out a sword, giving it to Trunks. When the moment is right, he needs to strike. There's no way of knowing when the right moment is, but he has to use his best judgment. Strike right at Hirudegarn's head. This is their only chance. While Hirudegarn is being weakened by everyone collectively, the two of them need to finish this. Hirudegarn is slowly and surely being decimated by everyone's combined attacks. Goten and Trunks look at each other, nodding, powering up into Super Saiyan 2, launching upwards in the air. They go as high up as possible. The two stand back to back midair, locking their arms together. Goten faces up towards the sky. He charges up the strongest blast he can, launching a massive Kamehameha that rockets them towards Earth, giving them a ton of momentum. And at the same time, Trunks begins speeding up, trying to put as much energy as possible as he can into this attack. He frees himself from Goten, then putting the sword in front of him. He's launching down headfirst at Hirudegarn at incredible speeds. Tapion looks up in the sky. He has to time this perfectly. He then shouts now. Everyone stops firing their blast. Hirudegarn is very damaged from everyone's attacks. And just as the beams stop firing, Trunks pierces right through Hirudegarn's head at massive speeds, with Goten above launching the Kamehameha once again to try and finish off the job. They've hit his weak point, and now is the time to strike. Tapion commands everyone once again as they launch a final attack to finish it off. In Universe 6, all the fighters watch on as something similar happens. Hirudegarn is slowly losing strength, and they watch him getting more and more warped, and as Hit is using all his power to try and contain him, Kefla and Kappa use all the power that they can. It's not much, and most of the power comes from Universe 7's side, but it does help. A massive explosion occurs. Hirudegarn is defeated. The city is completely leveled, and everyone's injured, looking around at each other to make sure everyone's okay. In a nearby pile of rubble, there's Trunks. Somehow the sword is still intact, and he holds it up victoriously. Goten's out of breath and descends from the sky, looking over to Tapion and then his best friend. He doesn't even know how to respond to this, but just starts laughing. They did it. They actually did it. Fast forward to not too long later. Beerus and Whis end up meeting everyone on Earth again. They figure out what happened, even though they already kinda knew. So this guy from Universe 18, he needs to get back somehow, and it seems he has a friend alongside him. Tapion's confused. But then Vados and Champa teleport in, with someone else alongside them. It's Minosha. In the heat of the moment, he completely forgot. His brother, he was sealed away too. Now with Hirudegarn defeated, they were able to retrieve Minosha from Universe 6. The brothers are reunited once more. Beerus and Whis said they shouldn't really be getting involved too much, but now that it's over, it doesn't really matter. They'll take him back to Universe 18. Before he leaves though, Goten and Trunks try and give him his sword. But Tapion just simply tells them that they can keep it. Consider a reminder of what they've done, a symbol of their strength, and a symbol of their victory. This might not have gone the way he wanted it to be, but Hirudegarn and Hoi are gone. The multiverse is at peace once more. Tapion got to meet a bunch of new people, and most importantly, he's reunited with his brother once more. As Beerus, Whis, Vados, and Champa take him back to Universe 18, Goten and Trunks look down at the sword. This is what they wanted all along, to prove their strength, to prove that they're useful, to prove that they can do something and be the hero for once. And with that, we leave off here. So, what did you guys think about this story? I know it's very different from the other what ifs that I usually do, and the format is completely different as well. So let me know if you guys like this below. I might try more videos like this, hybrids between what ifs and rewrites. And be sure to drop a like if you like this too. The more likes this video gets, the more I'll see that there's interest in scenarios like this. And it helps out the channel a lot, so I'd appreciate dropping that like. If you haven't already, why not subscribe, as well as hitting the bell icon so you're notified about any future uploads on my channel, including more videos like this one. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.